Hello, all 9th standard guys. Today is the first day, first lecture video series which I am going to begin from today especially for 9th. 10th, 11th, 12th has already started. Okay, so today we will begin with video series on my YouTube channel Dev Sir's Mathemagic. Do share these videos. They are only of about 10 minutes, 11 minutes, maximum 15 minutes, because all the base of 10th and 11th is formed in the 9th standard. So my method of teaching, my method of explanation, hopefully you will be able to follow everything and you will be able to share with others also. तो 10th और 11th का जो बेस है वो पक्का होना जरूरी है जो 9th में होता है. सो टुडे आई एम स्टार्टिंग विथ अलजेब्रा. ये जो वीडियो सीरीज है इट विल बी थ्रू आउट द ईयर. स्मॉल टिप्स, इंपॉर्टेंट सम्स, 5-5, 10-10 मिनट के वीडियो है. स्पेयर सम टाइम, सी दोज वीडियोस, ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड. कुछ डाउट है तो पूछो. Most of the students of 10th and 12th in Pune, outside Pune, are responding very well. They are asking me questions on WhatsApp, calling me also. Okay, so when response from your side comes, I am happy to solve your doubts also. Right? So now without wasting more time, we will begin with 9th standard. आज से चालू. All the best. Happy viewing. Study करो, enjoy your videos, enjoy your maths. Don't take any tension. I am there to help you out. So let us begin with sets. Algebra, sets. अभी sets दोस्तों ऐसा है कि it is not there in the 10th standard, but it is there in the 11th standard. Set same chapter is repeated in the 11th standard with some additional stuff. तो अभी बेस पक्का हो गया तो 11th स्टैंडर्ड में आसान हो जाएगा, और 11th स्टैंडर्ड में आसान होगा तो 12th में सेट्स नहीं है, बट वॉट एवर कंसेप्ट यू आर लर्निंग इन सेट्स आर देयर इन द 12th. सो इनडायरेक्टली 12th का बेस 9th भी हो गया. राइट? ओके, सो लेट्स सी द सम. एक्सरसाइज 1.4 क्वेश्चन 2. इन अ हॉस्टल देयर आर 125 स्टूडेंट्स, out of which 80 drink tea, चाय पीते, 60 कॉफी पीते, 20 drink both tea and coffee. Right? Find the number of students who do not drink tea or coffee. Now in the textbook the question has ended over here. We have taken certain extra things because sometimes they can ask those also. Find the number of students who do not drink tea or coffee, have only tea but not coffee, have only coffee but not tea, have at least one of the two drinks. I'll explain all this, don't worry. Have exactly one drink. तो अभी इसका मीनिंग देखेंगे स्टेप बाय स्टेप. Key formula to remember. Now whenever key formula comes, smiley appears. Smiley gives us certain important formulae. Important formula to remember. At least one drink means either tea or coffee. Now friends, remember in word problems, whenever there is a word at least one drink or at least one of the two subjects, at least word aya means either tea or coffee. I'll explain in the diagram. Just remember now. So whenever you get this word at least or either or, then it means union of two sets. दो सेट का यूनियन लेते हैं. A union B. You know the meaning how to take the union. Union means number of elements of set A, number of elements of set B and intersection. सब जो डायग्राम में दिखता है that is the union. Okay, but while writing A union B, common elements are written only once. Okay, that we will see when the Venn diagram is not there. Today we will see how to take the union from the Venn diagram. So friends, remember either or means union लेना है. You have to take union of two sets. Now when we will actually solve the problem, you will find it quite simple. देखो पहले क्या करना है, we will draw the Venn diagram. Venn was a mathematician who developed this diagram to make the problem simpler. तो Venn diagram में क्या क्या रहता है दोस्तों? Rectangle, which represents the universal set. Universal set means the biggest set which contains many small subsets. So how do you recognize universal set? What is the word problem? In a hostel there are 125 students. So total number of students 125 forms the universal set. Suppose this is the hostel. उसके अंदर universal set U stands for total number of students, 125 students becomes the universal set. Clear? Inside that, draw two circles. One stands for tea, other stands for coffee. T stands for tea, C stands for coffee. You can also say A and B also. Set A और set B भी बोल सकते हैं. Okay? Is it clear? So Venn diagram में क्या? First take the universal set. Write the number. How many people are there totally in the hostel? 125. Draw two circles. One for tea, one for coffee. Clear? Okay. Now how do we fill up the sets? Is very important. क्या दिया है देखो. 80 drink tea. Now it is better to write that number 80 outside this circle. यहाँ पे t is equal to 80. That means for this entire circle 80 people are there, 80 students are there drinking tea. For the entire circle, which I have shown outside. Coffee, there are 60 persons. 60 students take coffee. I have shown outside. अभी बाहर क्यों? Because अंदर थोड़ा calculation करना है. So it is better to write outside rather than cramp many numbers inside. Okay? So C is equal to 60, meaning 60 students take coffee. Now what is given? 20 students drink both tea and coffee. They like both tea and coffee. So this is called as both. Intersection part. So intersection का meaning है both, दोनों. Combined है देखो. This part is common. Common for tea and common for coffee. So common part means both, intersection. So that I write 20 over here. Followed? So 80 outside the circle, drinking tea. 60 outside the circle, drinking coffee. 20 अंदर, intersection part. दोनों लेते हैं. Common part 20, both. So intersection means both. अभी ये पार्ट रह गया है. Now this part, remember friends, for this part 20 has been already put over here. So this part will be 80 minus 20, which gives you 60. Followed? See again. For the entire circle of T, 20 already we have put over there. So this part will be 80 minus 20, that is 60. That is the reason अंदर जगह नहीं है ना, इसलिए 80 बाहर लिखा है. Followed? तो अभी उल्टा ऐड करोगे. If you look at it the other way, 60 plus 20 gives you 80. Followed? So don't make the mistake of writing 80 over here. ये जो part है 60 है सिर्फ. Similarly, go to the other side. Entire circle 60 we have written outside. and in this entire circle 20 already fill up किया है हमने. For the entire circle of 60 students, 20 have been already put because they drink both tea and coffee. तो coffee में भी आ गया 20. Now this part will be 60 minus 20. देखो 60 minus 20, 40. So ये part यानी कौन सा है? This part. ये part यानी कौन सा है? This part. Clear? That is how you represent a Venn diagram. Filling the common part is very important. I hope everything is clear. Right? So when the Venn diagram is clear, आंसर बाकी के 2 मिनट में आ जाएंगे. ओके, सो देखो आंसर क्या क्या है अभी. Persons having either tea or coffee means number of students T union C. Remember this hint. Key formula. Whenever we get either tea or coffee, either or आया means union लेने का. That is the rule for Venn diagram. So either tea or coffee from the Venn diagram means union. N of T union C. Now when you take the union from the Venn diagram, union means सबको unite करो, सामने लाओ. तो unite करने के बाद take all these numbers. 60 plus 20 plus 40. So I'm shading this part. This is called as union. सब साथ में लाओ. Union, everything, number of students. Okay? 60 plus 60 plus 20 plus 40. Take from inside. बाहर मत जाओ अभी. 60 plus 20 plus 40 is how much? 120. So 120 students drink either tea or coffee. अभी आप सोचोगे ये क्यों, why have we solved this? Simple. If 120 students drink either tea or coffee in the circle, how many persons do not drink or how many students do not drink tea or coffee? Simple है. So if this total answer is 120, universal set is 125. 125 minus 120 gives you what? 5 persons. These are 5 odd persons who do not take tea or coffee. Total number of students in the hostel 125 minus number of students taking either tea or coffee. So 125 minus 120, 5 persons. अभी 5 persons कहाँ पे है? यहाँ पे outside, over here, somewhere over here. It is the complement of this, both these sets. A union B का complement है, T union C का complement है. Complement means not lying over here, but over here. Followed? So 125 minus 5. Sorry, 125 minus 120 gives you 5. अगर उल्टा किया 125 minus 5, that's also okay. That gives you 120 students which lie over here. Okay, so what have you learnt? The most important thing while finding either or, it means you have to take union of 2 sets. So either tea or coffee, add everything, you get 120. Neither tea nor coffee means you have to subtract this part 120. यहाँ से subtract करना है. Universal set. Total number of students in the hostel are 125. If you subtract 125 minus 120, there are only 5 persons who do not take tea or coffee. That is the reason we found out this. Either tea or coffee and then subtracted. Okay? आस्ते आस्ते सब समझ जाओगे. Try to learn the basics today first. Now, when we say either tea or coffee, it means at least one drink. That is at least कम से कम either chai or coffee means at least. So all these words over here, either tea or coffee, okay, or at least one drink, both mean the same thing. and that meaning is union. Followed? So we have got answer 4 directly. At least one of the 2 drinks. 120. इसके बाद directly, as I explained, answer 1. Do not drink tea or coffee. Do not drink tea or coffee means, as I told you, 125 minus 125 persons. Question 1 भी आ गया. Second, have only tea but not coffee. Now friends, आगे भी कुछ sums आने वाले हैं जहां पे we are going to answer such questions. Have only tea but not coffee. It is simple. Only tea means purely tea. सिर्फ this part, pure part. Common part नहीं लेने का. Don't take the common part. So only tea but not coffee means you have to include the intersection 60. Only this answer. Same way, only coffee but not tea. Only coffee but not tea. They don't like tea at all. Purely coffee. So purely coffee means take this part of coffee. Take this part of C, that is 40. Don't take the common part. That is the meaning of only coffee but not tea. Only tea but not coffee is 60. Only coffee but not tea is 40. Pure part लेने का. Now final step. Exactly one drink. Exactly one drink means it is simple. Only tea or only coffee. That means only tea का आंसर कितना है? 60. You just have to add these two answers. 60. Only coffee means 40. 60 plus 40 कितना आ गया? 100. So that is the meaning of exactly one drink. 100 students have exactly one drink. Means only tea plus only coffee. This plus this. Okay. So in the textbook यहाँ पे रुक गए थे उन लोग. But in some schools these extra questions were asked. Okay. So this is the basic of Venn diagram. Learn properly. मैंने क्या बोला है? What does union mean? Learn either or means union. Both word आ गया तो intersection. All these terms are important. Go through the video again. The same problem is repeated in the 11th standard also. Okay. So ध्यान से देखो, pause करो, learn करो. This is a very basic and important sum. Forms the base for 11th also. Okay. So this is the first video in the video series for 9th standard for 2025 academic year. So today we'll stop. See you in another day or two with some other basic video, some other problem. Enjoy and share. Bye.